Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. I got to keep it a little quiet because I got some other people out here that popped out at the same time I did. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another Walking with Purpose live stream. And I feel phenomenal today. I feel really, really good today. I'm in a great mood. Everything is going well. Talked to my lady earlier today. She's just doing absolutely fantastic. You know, she was at my place for 4.5 days. Well, was it 5 nights and 4 days? And she missed her dogs and her dogs missed her. And she's just really happy. Just really happy. And that makes me more happy than I already am. I just love seeing people happy. That's all I want. If I could ask for one thing, if I could ask for just one thing, is for just everyone to have happiness, internally, externally, in every way possible. Hey Holly, how are you doing? I'll get to the chat in just a few here. Have a good one. Hey babe, how you doing? Hey, it's that was the guy that walks the trail every day. Usually with his shirt off. He has his shirt, but he puts his shirt back on. Or maybe because it's a little bit more chilly, he had his shirt on. It's about 63, 64 degrees here at the trail. Not too hot, not too cold. Still not cold enough to put a jacket on. Typically, I'll start putting the jacket on when it hits 62, 61, or 60. Definitely anything below 60. I'm wearing a jacket on these walks. Even though some people from back east where it snows and they're used to having sub-zero weather, like, oh, come on, Eli. Don't be a sissy wearing a jacket once it hits below 60. Wait till it gets to like 15 degrees or something like that. Well, this Bay Area boy is not acclimated to that type of weather. And, regardless, it's not good to, keep your body below a certain temperature just to try to prove how much of a man you are. That's a very insecure thing. Like, those guys, sometimes, when there's sub-zero weather, sometimes you'll get those guys at a football game with their shirts off, like in 10-degree weather, with their shirts off, with their big, huge beer bellies, right? Drinking all that beer, right? And they think that makes them, more masculine. No. That makes you one insecure, let's just say mofo. Okay? Trying to be as nice as possible, I'm also trying to keep this as clean as possible. I take pride in running good, clean, wholesome channels. Sometimes, a few words will slip, but that's okay. Got 8 in the box, 5 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Holly's Hauntings and Happenings. Good afternoon. Just popping by to say hello. I have to get back to work. My day is not done yet. Well, enjoy the rest of your day at work, Holly. Catch the replay if you like. Come and go as you wish. We all love you here in Coach Eli's neck of the woods. That includes my lady as well. It's our neck of the woods. My lady says, love you, babe. Hey, babe, love you too. My baby can't get enough of saying she loves me lately. And baby, you can say it as often as you like. That's not a problem, because the more you keep saying it and the more often you say it, the less of a chance there is of you dumping me. So it's the truth. I'm not trying to even be funny about it. But if a woman's constantly reaching out to you, telling you she loves you, doing that on her own free will, it being her idea, that's the most important thing. It has to be her idea. She ain't going anywhere. That's wonderful, because I don't want her to go anywhere. But I don't force her. I let her be, right? And that's part of the topic here today we're going to be discussing is, don't have any expectations. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Stop expecting things, and eventually you'll get what you want. Alex the Beer Master, good evening and good afternoon. Eli, my friend, I'm surprised your lady is not with you. Why is that? We don't live together yet, Alex the Beer Master. We live about an hour or a little over an hour away from each other. And we spend typically half the weeks together, or half of each week together, which is what I'm trying to say. But I think you were asking yesterday why my lady didn't join me on episode number 400. She has been dealing with the common cold, and she's resting and recovering. And she feels a lot better today, but I'm not with her today. She's at her place, I'm at mine. And maybe we'll do a show for you folks this weekend from a walk. Or maybe we'll do an in-studio show for you folks sometime this week or this weekend. My lady does miss all of you. And she's wanted to create content with me lately, but she just hasn't been feeling too well. And she's had a lot going on. And she's doing the right thing by focusing on herself and getting everything for herself in order. Alex the Beer Master, well, she was supposed to start going on a walk with you on a live stream. That's why. Well, that's true. I know, Alex, you pop in and out, and so do many people. We have a lot of options here on YouTube and all over social media today on who we want to follow and what we want to consume. I've mentioned this quite a few times, especially yesterday, but maybe you missed it. And I believe I just answered the question, so hopefully that satisfies your question. Let me know if you have any other questions, bro, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally, if it's up to me, I would be there all the time. Well, baby, we're getting to that point within the next few months or less. We are just tying up loose ends on our individual ends. So when we come together as one permanently, baby, it's a smooth transition, right? Baby, wouldn't you rather have it be a smooth transition? Well, that may be a dumb question to ask a woman, because women want things now. With their emotions, they have no patience. They just say, hey, let's just start living together now, and we'll just figure out the rest as we go along. And to a certain extent, that's what a relationship is all about. But as a man, I've learned to take things slowly but surely, right? Keep moving things forward, but also preparing. And always tie up loose ends before you make a major move like that. And that's all we're doing. I think my baby understands. You didn't answer the question, my friend. I appreciate it, bud. Or did you mean to say I did answer the question? I think you meant to say I did answer the question and you appreciate it, right? Because you wrote didn't. Was that a typo, bro? Just let me know. If I didn't, then let me know what you'd like to know more specifically. I'd be happy to answer anything, man. Oh, by the way, as you notice, I got my brand new Ray-Bans today. My brand new Ray-Ban 2140 Classic Wayfarers. Same exact glasses I had for the last 9 years and 1 month until they split right down the middle when I was cleaning them the other day. They came in, and I'm glad I bought them when I bought them, because the cheapest I could find them all over the internet was $122. The last time I got them was for $105 through a company called American Sunglasses, but when I went to their website this time, they said you need to call and place orders by phone, and I'm not going to do that. I don't know why their website wasn't showing product like they did 9 years ago. Maybe they had a change. But I'm glad I bought them, and it was Prime. It was coming from an actual third-party seller, but they have a Prime agreement with Amazon, and so basically it got to me in 2 days. I ordered it Tuesday, got it today, Thursday, for $122. Now the price has gone back up to the regular price, which is $163. Shit. I'm glad I got them when I got them. I mean, I could have probably found them for the same price on another site, but it would have taken a while longer to get my new Ray-Bans. I wanted the cheapest price with the fastest shipping, and I got it. And I mean, honestly, these are just the clarity of new sunglasses is amazing. Like, after 9 years of using sunglasses, the same exact pair I had that I got 9 years ago in 1 month. I mean, they were still decent, but after that, I probably wear them about 300 days a year. Close to, 2,700, 2,800 days, 2,800 times all day, right? And doing all these walks, the sun beats on them, right? And I got to say, I'm just really impressed at how long they've lasted. I actually ended up looking into the Ray-Ban warranty. And Ray-Ban warranties their sunglasses for 24 months. That's 2 years. Typically, most people, they beat them up within 2 years. So to get more than 4 times the usage than the warranty that they provide is pretty damn good. Wouldn't you say, baby? And you take really good care of them. You look amazing, love, says my lady. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Yes, that was a typo. No, I do take very good care of my products, especially if they're expensive, right? After a while, they get oxidized on the side, and I found a way to clean them. But, after they start getting oxidized, and then you clean them and keep cleaning them to keep it clean and stuff, the thick plastic, the thick high-quality plastic they use, it's a special type of formula that's very strong. It's going to wear down after a while between, salt, the salt water. As I'm walking right along the SF Bay, or the wetlands of the SF Bay, and it's salt water, right? And I'm just saying, look, for the amount of beating that these took, and I mean, I didn't beat them up, I didn't sit on them, I took care of them, right? They lasted for quite a while. I'm very, very pleased. I want to also take this moment here to just really acknowledge the moderators here on this channel and the consumers of content that have been supportive lately and have made this a very positive, inspiring, and uplifting environment. I'm very thankful and grateful to all of you. You're all amazing people. And, we're continuing to grow by meeting 1 or 2 new people each week that enjoy this type of content and enjoy participating regularly with this type of content. And that's how we're going to do it, slowly but surely, right? When you do it slowly but surely and you're consistent, that makes it sustainable long term. And that's what you want, folks. You want to do things in life. You want to put your energy into things in life that are sustainable long term. Yeah, it's okay, babe. Babe, I've been doing this for 5.5 years. I've been running this by myself until you came along. And I'm used to it, right? If I didn't have any mods here, I could mod the chat. It's just nice to have mods because then I don't have to pay as close attention. Or if I get off on a tangent or go off on a tangent, which is what I'm trying to say, a positive and worthy tangent, I can just focus on that. But anyway. Got 8 people here, 7 in the box. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Please get any questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. I'll address them as I talk about the topic here today. Later tonight, I may end up doing a live stream from Coach Eli 2. I probably will. Well, this is Coach Eli 2 from the same channel, Coach Eli 2. So keep it locked here. Hey, J-Dog 1 Party RE, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. I'm in a really good mood today because I put out a community posting earlier asking people, do you feel there's been a shift on YouTube? Doing good. Well, thank you so much, J-Dog. You're very welcome here, bro. You're a good dude. Thank you for continuing to come back, man. Whatever we can do to put positive spirits your way or bring positive spirits your way and help you get through your days a little easier, you just let us know, bro. We'd be happy to help. But I put out a posting on my community wall here on Coach Eli 2. And I was asking, do you feel YouTube, do you think there's been a shift on YouTube? And some of the options were, there's been a positive shift on YouTube. There's been a negative shift on YouTube. I haven't noticed any changes on YouTube. And then the fourth one was, I don't take YouTube too seriously. And the majority of people responded that they've noticed a shift in it becoming more negative. And the other one they chose was, I don't take YouTube too seriously. Now, my answer was, I've noticed a positive change on YouTube. There are a lot of great things happening on YouTube. They are doing the, I forgot what they call it. It's not the mentions. It's the new way to promote yourself on YouTube with the ad site. And I forgot what they call it. But I got approved to change mine today, and I got to look into that. I forgot what they call it. Handles. Everybody on YouTube now is going to be getting a handle with the @ sign. And so I got an email from my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, and this channel here, Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Stream, saying that, your handles are ready to be used. You can leave it the way it is, and they'll create a handle based off of your custom URL, or you can change it if you want. So I got to look into that. And also, what YouTube said is they're removing the $100 subscriber limit, or the 100 subscriber threshold, to qualify for a custom URL. Everybody automatically gets a custom URL and a handle once they join YouTube. I believe you may have to verify your channel to get that, but once you do that, you're going to be able to, have features that only elite people had, reaching certain thresholds. YouTube is lowering a lot of the thresholds because they really want to keep people on this platform. As other platforms give you certain tools for just signing up, YouTube's got to go along with it. For me, I've always had everything because, I've always worked hard to qualify for monetization and get to the, thresholds required. And that's always been something that's been motivational to earn stuff. But now it's just like they're starting to give people everything. They're lowering their requirements, and I get it. They want to get more people and keep more people on the platform. It's getting very competitive out there. Hey, J-Rom, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. I'm at Coach J-Rom. Okay. I don't know what the hell I am yet. I haven't, I got the email. Did you get the emails today? Did you get the email today about your handle, Coach J-Ron? I got to look into that later tonight or tomorrow. Yes, I did. Awesome. I think they were test marketing it for a little bit, but I think they just released it to everyone else today. Man. What are we trying to do? Make YouTube like Twitter? Didn't Twitter create the @ mention somebody's name? When they started Twitter, it's always been @ Elias Melas, @ whatever. YouTube's trying to bring a little bit of each and every platform onto their platform. Not a bad idea. So this is my Alex the Beer Master handle. I also want to know about that too, Eli. Well, yeah, check your email on your account. You should have received an email today or in the past regarding handles. And then you can go to the back end of YouTube, the customization section. I believe it's where it's at. I haven't looked into it yet. I didn't have time earlier. And then you can see what they assigned you, and if you don't like that, you can change it to whatever available. Currently, it is whatever your custom URL is. Yeah, they do that by default, but you can change it. I don't know if it changes your custom URL. So, then mine must be at Coach Eli 2 here, and on my main channel, it must be at Life Coach Eli. Which would be fine. Hey, West Coast, Tusix Pinoy, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. What's the deal, Eli? In other words, you're saying, hey, what's going on, bro? Not too much, bro, just taking a walk. Got another great topic I'm going to go into detail on here in a little bit regarding expectations, and you shouldn't expect anything. And when you don't expect things, that's typically when things start to happen. I got my new sunglasses, bro. My other ones, my other Ray-Ban Wayfarer, same exact ones. After 9 years and 1 month, they split down the middle while I was cleaning them. I couldn't even crazy glue them together. I actually taped them together so I could wear them yesterday to drive my lady home. But not bad usage, man. 9 years and 1 month on sunglasses that have a 24-month, 2-year warranty. You get more than 4 times the expected usage out of them. Not bad. But yeah, what's up with you, bro? And we need to do some shows together. And I really want to help you get that channel monetized, man. I really want to help you get to 1,000 subscribers. Or at least 500 so you can get your community tab. It's interesting, though. Some channels under 500 are getting a community tab. I think they may have added it now as long as you verify your channel. I think they're giving channels a community tab, but I'm not exactly sure because I checked all my other channels I have and none of the other ones have a community tab. It's just Coach Eli 2 and my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. But we'll get you to 500 then 1,000 and you'll have access to everything. Oh yeah, my Nike optical lenses you see in my streams are $2.99, but I see perfectly clear in them. It's because you got yours. You got yours. What do you call it? You got your prescription lenses. They're corrected. Yours are corrective lenses, right? I actually do have glasses, and I can see pretty well for the most part. I don't need to wear glasses most of the time, but I do have corrective lenses, and I thought about getting them this time around. But here's the thing. When there's light out, I see perfectly clear. So I didn't need to waste the money or mess with my eyes with corrective sunglasses when it's not necessary. But for some people, no disrespect, some people are blind as a bat without their corrective lenses. Those people would even need corrective lenses on their sunglasses. Yeah, so if you get corrective lenses, like if I got corrective lenses, I'd be paying close to $3 for these two. It's one thing, for the frames, it's the lenses. It's the lenses that, that's where they get you. I mean, some frames are expensive though too, because they're designer, right? You pay for the name, right? Like Ray-Ban. My corrective lens glasses are Giorgio Armani, and they're very light frame. I rarely use them. When I go on vacation and stuff in the mountains at night, and if I'm driving at night, I will put on my corrective lenses, but I really don't need them most of the time. But yeah, Giorgio Armani, you pay for the name. But they're don't get me wrong, they're nice light frames. And then you gotta get the nice light lenses too. That's the thing. If you have to wear glasses, get some that are in style and make sure you get light frames and light lenses. It costs more, but they'll feel better on you. Mine are Michael Kors. Yeah, baby, I'm gonna help you get some lighter frames. I think because you have the big thick glasses, right? And they're not overly thick, but they're, you can get lighter ones. And you can't even tell they're on when you wear them. Only $100. Yeah, well, yeah. You also have insurance for them too. Yeah, no. If for now, that's within your budget. Down the road, we'll get some lighter ones. It's always better to go lighter. Okay, I'm at 451 right now, says West Coast 206 Pinoy. That's good, bro. All right. So this is episode number 401, folks. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from the SF Bay Trail here at Bar Island in Redwood City, California. Again, this is episode number 401. 401. Oh, man. I've done a lot of these, and I've loved every single one for many reasons. Being here with you folks, kicking in those endorphins, staying in shape. Loved every one of them. And the topic today is stop expecting things and eventually you'll get what you want. One more time. Stop expecting things and eventually you'll get what you want. Now, how many of you in the chat have heard of the phrase? I'm sure you all have. How many of you have heard of the phrase? You know, things will happen when you least expect it, or expect them, right? Things will happen when you least expect them, right? Or expect them to happen. And that's exactly how everything major has worked out for me in my life. Whenever I focused, excuse me, my allergy medication just starting to kick in. Whenever in life I've just kind of done my thing and not focused too much on one thing in particular, you know, I just kind of live my life and I do what I need to do. And I don't expect things to just pan out right away that I'm trying to accomplish. After a while, where I've gone down the path of not expecting anything, that's when things start to happen. But it's not easy. It's not easy when you want to accomplish something to think about it that way or have that attitude. Okay? You know, when I met my lady I'm with right now 13 months ago, you know, I put myself out on Match.com and I didn't expect anything. I was hoping I'd find someone decent. Nothing wrong to be hopeful. Nothing wrong to want something. But when you have a ride or die expectation on anything, that's when things usually don't pan out. You put yourself out there and you let it ride, right? And, you know, I had talked to many, many women besides my lady until I came across her. I had gone through many conversations, phone calls, messages, met some, didn't pan out, right? But I just kept putting myself out there, kept going on with my days. And as I'd get messages, I'd respond to them. And if they wanted to talk on the phone like my lady did, I'd talk on the phone with them. And if that felt right, then I'd say, let's meet and see what happens. My lady came out of the blue when I least expected it, right? And also more so in that situation for men. When you don't have any expectations, it's one thing to know what you want and find someone with similar morals, values, and ethics, right? But it's another thing for you to expect the first woman you come across on a dating app is going to fall in love with you right away and you're going to live happily ever after. You can't look at it that way. You got to go into it with no expectations. Just show up and be cool and down to earth. And that's how it was between my lady and I. And you use that same principle with every aspect in life, including what you do for work, whether you're self-employed or work for somebody else, right? You know, I'll tell you this. When I first started this business 5.5 years ago, I had a lot of expectations. I wanted it to work right away. I put a lot of pressure on myself, right? And what happened throughout the years where I put a lot of pressure on myself and I was expecting this to work. I'm not saying I didn't, gain any traction or make any money. Sure, I made a little bit of money and I gained some traction, but nowhere near what my goal was, or my goal still is, because I expected it. I expected it from the very beginning, and I kept thinking about it. And it kept bothering me when I wasn't reaching it. But now, over the last year, when I started dating my lady, and then when she started joining me here on the channel, I stopped expecting it. I still want it. I still strive for it, but I don't expect it. And now things are starting to turn around. When you expect things, you also come off like, you're forcing people to like you or forcing people to support you, right? And if you come off that way and it's not natural, people are less inclined to support you, right? That's why having no expectations, in my opinion, is the best way to live life. It's not saying that you don't want to accomplish things or you don't want to, be successful at whatever you're trying to be successful at. It's how you go about it. It's how you put yourself out there, right? It's how you show up, right? How you handle yourself maturely, respectfully, and professionally. Now, as far as women go, women are emotional beings that respond to everything emotionally first based on how they're feeling in the present moment. Then they may reason with logic afterwards. Women want everything immediate because that's what would satisfy their emotions. But ladies, I'll tell you this too, especially in the modern world nowadays. You got to learn to have no expectations either. You got to learn to be relaxed and chill and cool and laid back, right? Because if you have expectations or too many expectations, you're never going to get what you want. And then it's going to affect your emotions in a negative way more so than they probably already are. Eli, when I get to 500 subs, do I get my community wall right away or do I got to set it up? When you get to 500, it takes about a week or so. YouTube will automatically launch it for you, typically within a week or a little less. On Coach Eli 2, see, I got mine when they first came out on my main channel because, I've had over 1,000 subs for well over three and a half years. But on this channel here, when I hit 500 subscribers, I got it, I think, like in 5 or 6 days. Typically, it takes like a few days. It used to take a full week or even longer, but YouTube is getting better at, flipping the green light on things. So you'll get it within a week or less once you hit 500. Now, YouTube's also saying that some channels under 500 may get community tabs sooner. Sometimes people are getting them right when they launch their channel. I don't know how they're deciphering that. Maybe it's a random lucky thing, but there's no set rules for it. But yeah, you'll get it within a week or less after you hit 500. What a beautiful day. Just a beautiful day. I cannot complain. Okay, got it. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, brother. West Coast 26 Pinoy says, my issue is, why is it when you catch the trolls red-handed in their game, they desperately try to come up with a different plan? What's that about? Well, let me read some other messages before I respond to that. In fact, let's do a stream together soon. There's a weird situation going on in my life right now I need your advice on. Sounds good, bro. Do you want to talk about it live on the air? Do you want to talk about it privately? I don't mind talking about it live on the air. It's not a big deal. We still need to connect on Facebook Messenger, though, bro. Please do that when you get a chance. Yep, I've already been offered a monetization application when I reach my 1K mark. Well, everybody gets that now, bro. It's the monetization tab. They tell you, you know, where you're at and where you need to be to qualify. And then you go under review once you qualify. And you need to get a Google AdSense account and attach, a way they can pay you. Typically, it's a checking account routing number or a debit card or whatever. It's pretty simple. I had mine already set up. They basically now have you set up your AdSense account afterwards, after you qualify. Before, you could do it before. So for me, since I already was monetized on my main channel for 3.5 years, when I qualified for monetization on Coach Eli 2, I just had to add my AdSense account associated with my second channel. So now both my channels they're on one AdSense account, Google AdSense. That's how you get paid through any Google product, including YouTube. I sub to your Coach Eli business page on Facebook. Isn't that the one? Yes. Coach Eli, Uncompromising Business and Personal Relationship Coaching. Yeah, and that's what my original channel used to be called years ago. That's no longer around. Yeah, you like the Facebook page. Follow it, like it. Exactly. So let me read this again. West Coast 26 Pinoy says, my issue is, why is it when you catch the trolls red-handed, in their game, they desperately try to come up with a different plan? What's that about? It's about one thing, bro. It's about clout chasing. It's about, gaining traction, building an audience, right? Some people, run channels that are reaction channels or hate channels or hate groups, right? So, when you've been doing this as long as I've been doing it, and, you've done as good of a job as I have to use Nightbot and the YouTube block words list, you can filter most of that stuff out during your live streams. Plus, anyone that slips through the cracks, you can see them quickly and ban them and just ignore them. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to get my attention or your attention or anyone's attention that they're targeting to their audience in the video they're making about you or live stream they're doing about you, right? And they need to get your reaction in order to feed not only them, but their audience, what their audience wants, right? That's all it is, dude. And, I've learned to just ignore it. There are times where I'll talk about it for example purposes because I'm a coach and I want to help people work through this. Part of what I do as a coach out here is help people start their own business as an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, YouTube's one of the absolute best places to create content on to market your business. So you have to learn how to deal with the trolls and the haters. I'm an expert at that. So if I'm talking about it for example purposes, it doesn't mean I'm feeding into it. Now, the people that, are still coming at me or maybe coming at you, even if you do it professionally, they're still going to say, oh, he's talking about us. He can't stop talking about us, right? They're just pathetic, weak people, man. They're just pathetic, lonely, and miserable people. That's all it is. That's all it is. If they had something better to do or had a better purpose to gain a following out here with on YouTube, they would do that. Autism mom of 2. Hey, everyone. My lady says that's what I said. Yeah, you did, baby. Yeah, you did. Man, I gotta tell, oh my God, if I were to take these sunglasses off right now, that sun is beating right down on me. What a world of difference, I'll tell you that. Nice, fresh lenses, man. These are like the green gray tinted, like more so greenish. Those are the ones that you want because it makes things look more natural. Me and JB and I are good now, but back in 2019, when he used to restream me on Red Pill channel, me and homies would look at the camera and threaten. Yeah, you know what? West Coast Tus Español. Yeah, let me help you through this, bro, because I've been through the same thing. And I think, here's the thing, a lot of people, what attracts them to come to my channel years down the road is something we both experienced in a similar way, right? And we exchange thoughts and ideas, right? And because I've worked through it and got a good woman now and we're moving forward creating our real content, now other people that have been through the same thing want to know, hey, how did you work past this? And, how do you move forward from this now? I'm feeling a lot better, thank you. Autism mom of 2, hey, respectfully, maturely, and professionally, hope you're feeling better. And my lady says she is, awesome. Here's the thing. West Coast 26 Pinoy. When I first came on this platform, I didn't really understand what some people were doing. It didn't make any sense to me because I've never seen anything like it before. There's a big market out here for people that create fake instigated drama appearing real, right? And so, some people are sponsored for it. Other people just do it and they have their own audience of people that love that type of cringy, fake instigated drama content. And they get funded through crowdfunding, etc., right? But I didn't understand that. Because when you're creating fake instigated drama and trying to make it appear real, which you have to try to make it appear real or nobody wants to watch it, right? So the people that are being attacked by these people, we feel what they're doing is real, but in reality, all they're doing is acting. They're trying to get a reaction from you, right? You see, all this boils down to is people trying to get a reaction from you and making content off of your reaction, right? And when they can't do it, sometimes these people will toy with, trying to stalk you in person and stuff, right? But here's the thing. A lot of these people we've dealt with never, ever really, give me a second. That was loud. According to the law, a lot of these people never really ever stalked anyone. They just made it appear like they were stalking someone. See, when you're acting and doing this is what I didn't understand back in those days. Okay? When you're acting to try to get a reaction from people, right? When people used to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to, come for you, Eli, or whatever, right? Or here's another better example. There were people that used to come to my park or they would come onto my family properties, right? And all of them have cameras, right? Here's the thing. Those people that came to my family properties never once stepped foot on the property. They were on the street, which is perfectly legal. That's not considered stalking. Now, their intent is to lead you to believe that they're coming to stalk you, so you react to them and say, hey, get off my property. But technically, these people that are playing the game to try to gain YouTube fame, all they're doing is standing on the street looking at your property, right? And then making videos, right? See, JB Gunner did that. Some other people did that, right? The truth of the matter is, they never stepped foot on any of my family properties. And they never actually, technically approached me and harassed me or anything, right? But again, a lot of the people that came at me supposedly in real life, yeah, they did come out here, but they never actually did trespass. They just wanted me to think they were going to do that, or think that they were trespassing when they really weren't, right? Is it morally right what they did? No. But is it illegal? No. These are the people that push the boundaries to just get attention any way they can. It's cringy, fake, instigated drama that they're trying to make appear real to sell to their audience, right? To incite donations. That's all it is, bro. There are a lot of people that do that. I didn't know about that back then. I didn't, but I learned. West Coast, who's Espanola? Yeah, you're not only one who said these trolls are paid. So in other words, there's higher ups making money off us. No. I mean, in the case of the ones we've been dealing with, there's just one person behind the scenes funding it, and that's it. I can't speak of any other, drama channels on YouTube, and there are a lot of them that are getting paid or maybe sponsored in a different way. But here's the thing, Fizzin. The thing is, once you learn to understand, how some of these creators do things and what their MO is, their motive is, right? You could easily learn how to stop it. You just ignore them. And even if they keep trying to do things, or even if these people, kept on trying to, supposedly stalk me in person, right? Anyone can drive out here to Redwood City, to any park here. They can drive by on any residential street, right? They can do whatever they want, right? But the moment they step foot on private property and you have them on camera, that's trespassing. And they're not going to do that because, trust me, these people are not even really trying to break the law. They're just trying to make money in this cringy form of entertainment that they enjoy doing. That's all it is, bro. So that's one thing that you probably struggled with. As far as JB goes, he's really not doing that much anymore because there's no upside for him. And, enough people they did it to conglomerated together like you and I, and we figured out what the end game is. And there's just, we become stronger, and we've learned how to become strong YouTubers like JB Gunner did and many others, right? You can only keep doing something for as long as people don't know what you're really doing. Once they figure it out, and more people figure it out, you can't play that same game anymore, right? Yup, I made that same point in this upload from yesterday. Stop responding to lames you don't know in real life. Well, thanks for sharing, bro. I'll check that out later. And you're right, babe. You're right, babe, about what you just said in your last message. So, baby, you like these new sunglasses? They're the same thing. They just look a lot newer. It's all good. I'm a happy camper now. See if I can get these to last 10 years this time. Now I know exactly where they split after a long time. I can even take even extra care of them this time around. I'll be almost 60 by the time I need to get Ray-Bans again. Oh, man. So I hope that answers your question, West Coast 206 Pinoy. Got 9 people here, 12 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out on your community tab. Share it out also on social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Reddit, or anywhere else where you have a following of people that you feel would appreciate positive and uplifting content. My lady and I are going to continue making content between both channels. We want to be here for you folks, if not each and every day, almost each and every day, at least 4 to 5 times a week. It's always real simple for her and I to just pop on a live stream in the studio when we have time. And when I do these walks almost every day, I just bring my camera along with me, right? We want to be here for you folks every step of the way. And if there's anything that you're going through that's affecting you emotionally, that's holding you back from accomplishing what you truly want to accomplish, you can share that with us. And even if you know exactly what you're doing, you can at least allow us to help inspire you more and motivate you to keep moving forward each and every day. Because there are people out there that do get it, right? That do know what they need to do. They just lack the motivation, right? To keep moving forward, to keep pressing on. That's another thing I enjoy doing. Give me a second here. My lady says, and you might help us as well. That's true. That's true. You know, a good coach is always going to be a student as well. I've always said this. Good coaches are also good students. Right? Even as a coach, I learn something new each and every day. Coach Corey Wayne learns something new each and every day. And the more and more we can learn, the more and more we can help you. And maybe you can help us learn something that can help a lot of other people. We're back live. We are back live. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you, West Coast 206 Pinoy, if you're still around, and babe, you know, I've seen some things transpire recently. I'm not going to talk about them, and I haven't had a lot of time to focus on these things, but it's nothing new that I haven't personally experienced in the last 5.5 years. It's just the same motive of operation that's been happening for the last 5 to 5.5 years. And it's just, it's gotten really comical to me at this point, and really, really sad. Really sad. It's really sad to me the level some people will go to just to make a buck, when they can do things that are so much more productive and end up making more money, right? You know, some people have just given up on themselves, you know, so much that they got to continue doing stupid shit to survive financially. It's just, it breaks my heart. It really does. It more so breaks my heart. And the levels of deep hypocrisy and manipulation, you know, and the theory of, okay, you know, let's take out our competition and that's the way we're going to win, right? It's just really, really sad. Again, you know, I don't want to get too far into certain things, but let's just say, you know, it's just really sad. The outcome is just really sad. You know, it gives certain people like a level of power and a big high, when quite honestly it's just really stupid, in my opinion. I don't do drama, I just do real life. It's the trolls who make my life, their drama make sense. Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is, you know, West Coast 26 Pinoy. My lady and I were talking about this. You know, she was saying, you know, you never mess with a woman because women are very spiteful and vindictive, and she's right. I've said that before myself. Because my lady can be that way. She just tries not to be, right? It's part of a woman's natural biology. When they feel wronged or slighted, right? Especially by another woman, they do whatever they can to retaliate, right? But see, here's the thing. Nowadays, ladies, this is not the days of traditionalism where you ladies were fighting amongst each other over a man or two that you knew was going to be able to provide, right? This is the modern world where you ladies have been liberated and have equal rights and equal opportunities in the same ways that men have always had. So in the modern world, ladies, it's more about being just down to earth and, you know, not being spiteful, vindictive, being cool and calm and easygoing and being sweet. Nothing wrong with being a strong woman and being a firm woman, but be firm but fair, right? Because I've just, you know, in this modern world, whether it's online or offline, I just continue to see women being very malicious towards their own kind. You're right, baby. Like, you started, you know, we should do a show about that, right? I think it's very unladylike and just very unhuman in general when women feel the need to be spiteful and vindictive and do things to harm other women for no apparent reason besides the fact that they feel that that woman they're going at is better than them, right? That's all it boils down to. The only reason why women would ever retaliate against another woman is because they perceive that woman to be better than her. It's a projection. It is a full-blown projection. Tell me, correct me if I'm wrong, babe, if you're still around. It's a full-blown projection. Oh, can I be on that show? You sure can if you'd like. Why, Autism Mom of Two? Have you dealt with some things in your world lately that resonate with you regarding this topic? I'm not saying you're triggered, you're not, but something triggered you to want to participate on the show like that. Like, is there anything specific that you can mention, or something you want to mention in a roundabout way regarding what made you respond in that way? I'm curious. I'm glad you did, because apparently what I said really hit home with you. I'm glad it did, because I'm really trying to hit home with people in the best ways possible. We are at 66 minutes, almost 67 minutes, so an hour and 7 minutes. Good timing on the walk today. Autism Mom of Two says, people are so nasty to people with special needs parents. Women and men look down on us and just nasty for no reason. Well, yeah, Autism Mom of Two. That's how some people are. And if you can learn to understand what I've been teaching here and learn to get to the level of where my lady and I have gotten to, and I think you're almost there, it won't bother you. You got to understand that when people come at you, it's basically a direct reflection of how they see themselves. All it is a projection. It's a direct reflection of how they see themselves. All right? And you just have to get a good laugh at it and ignore it. That's all I do now whenever I get trolled. You know, I get a good laugh at it in my head. Usually don't even acknowledge it. And move forward. Because you're much better than that. And you know it. And they know it, right? People that are not in a good place mentally and emotionally, right? Or they aren't happy within themselves, or they don't love themselves, when they see other people that are happy deep within themselves and are very mentally and emotionally stable, they become very jealous, and they start to feel like, well, if my life is shitty, then no one else is allowed to have a happy life. So I'm going to just try to kick down every happy person to my level that I encounter so I can feel better about myself. That's all it is. Plain and simple, that's all it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, baby. West Coast 26 Pinoy. Autism. Are you being bullied by an incel troll by the name of RFD? I don't even know who RFD is. My lady says, baby, it goes back to mean girl bullshit. I rise above. Yeah, you do, babe. And here's the thing, babe. You know, being a part of my life, I'm not trying to take credit for this, but I'm saying I think I've even opened up your eyes to certain things. You've opened up my eyes to other things about people in general and why they react and behave the way they do, right? And you've learned to, accept it. And when you encounter the BS and drama, like in your community or with other people that you used to be friends with or whatever, you used to hang with, you're able to just laugh it off and ignore it because you can identify it, right? The thing is now, you clearly identify when people are projecting upon you, right? And it doesn't really bother you as much. Maybe it still bothers you a little bit. I mean, sure, when people are coming at you, even if you understand that it's a projection and it's a direct reflection of how they see themselves and it's not really an attack on you, it's an attack on themselves, it still can be annoying. So I get it. But I think you've really learned to identify it as it's happening from this point or at this point, and you don't really let it get to you, or at least get to you as much anymore. Man, I'll tell you. Oh, these sunglasses are amazing. I'm looking right at the sun with these Ray-Bans. It's just amazing, man. And yes, this was the test. They are genuine and authentic. This is the real deal. Sometimes you got to be careful where you buy things at, because they've got their spoofed versions, right? West Coast 206 Pinoy. Sorry, Autism Mama 2. No at West Coast, just the world in general, including their dad. West Coast 206 Pinoy. Forgive my vulgar description, but I don't think an incel can even enjoy masturbation because they never had sex. Well, I mean, I'm not a doctor and I can't speak on that. But all I can tell you is, from my experiences being, a young teenager at one point, and having done that before I even was intimate for the first time, my high school years, no, it was somewhat enjoyable. I didn't really even know what the point was, but there was some pleasure for it on my end. But I really didn't even know, I really didn't even know, what was going on. When you're younger, you go through puberty, you get all these hormones, and you start to look at women, and you start to get these feelings, and then it's like, what do you do about it at that point? And by the time you get into high school, you get your girlfriend and stuff, and that's typically when most people have their first experience. Some maybe after high school. Some people wait until their late teens or early 20s. So yeah, maybe so. At Autism, let me know if that punk bothers you. I don't like that preying on special needs people. It really makes my blood boil. Well, yeah, there are a lot of people on this platform here that really prey on the vulnerabilities of special needs people. You're right about that. And it's really sad, because I think the special needs people should be here on channels like mine, and maybe not even mine. There should be special channels created by people qualified to help special needs people from a mental and emotional standpoint. I think that's what they really need. But what happens out here on YouTube is you get some really, really just hateful creators that weaponize, special needs people. And it just continues to happen all the time. And why do these people weaponize special needs people? Because people like you and I are not dumb enough to do the shit for these people that they're asking. So they love bomb and manipulate special needs people that are very easy to love bomb and manipulate, right? It's really sad, but you know what? Here's the thing. What goes around comes around, right? And karma has no deadline. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, right? Okay? You know, when you mistreat people in that way, right? It's going to come back to bite you in the ass at some point, in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, man, it's really sad. It's really sad how weaponized special needs people are, especially out here on YouTube. They are weaponized for content and many other things I won't get into. It's just really, really sad. My kid's dad and I had a really toxic relationship, and it continues even separated. So he is so vindictive. Well, what makes him so vindictive? Is he remarried? Does he have a good job? What position is he in? Like, can he be a good guy at times, or is he just a really just bad person in general, even outside of your past relationship, or, you know, him being the father of your kids? Respectfully, maturely, and professionally, my lady says a lot of people have to project and neglect to look in the mirror and face their own demons. You're right, babe. You're right. But out here on YouTube, this is what a lot of people don't understand. I think a lot of these people understand what projecting is and how they're coming off. But a lot of people out here on YouTube create content for entertainment purposes by projecting and attacking other people. And they do it purposefully, right? And do I think that that's the way they really want to be? Probably not. I don't think they really want to be that way. But that's who they become. Or maybe even if that's not who they really want to be, that's who they somewhat are, because they wouldn't be able to do this type of content if they weren't somewhat that way. That is, you know, that gets a thrill off of attacking other people and hurting other people and weaponizing and abusing special needs people or disabled people, right? It's just it's just really, really just, it's pathetic. It really is. It's just really sad. It's really sad. But you know what? These special needs people and disabled people, they want equal rights. They want to be able to do what they want to do. They don't want anybody protecting them from the evil of these people. So guess what? They're on their own, right? That's another problem. It's like you can only help people, including special needs people or disabled people, if they're open to the help. If they want to participate with morons that make them do moronic things, that's on them, right? That's on them. Autism mom of two, that's okay at West Coast. Respectfully, maturely, professionally. Autism mom, I feel that my divorce was excruciating because of how it affected my kids. Yeah. It affected you too, babe, because you're the kind of woman that believes in your marriage vows. You're the kind of woman that's very loyal and faithful, right? And, you know, had you known back then what you know now, you would have probably never married this man in the first place. You would have married someone else and probably had a much better life, right? But that was then, this is now. We didn't have, as much information regarding the way the modern world's become as we do now, right? We didn't have social media to talk about it like we do now. Yes, I am, says my lady. I am proud of you for fighting for your baby, says respectfully, maturely, and professionally. That's mama bear mode, right, babe? Wait a minute, a Taurus is a bull, right? I believe so. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, man. My lady says, yep, autism mom of two. Yes, at RMP. Yes, I deal with the after effects of how my kids act out after they see their dad. He is toxic for all of us. Is he like an alcoholic? Is he a deadbeat dad? Or does he work? I mean, obviously you got full custody of the kids, and that says a lot. And he probably has, visitation rights at times, but kind of sounds like the man you had your kids with didn't have the best upbringing, wasn't raised as best as he possibly could have been. Probably had a lot of childhood trauma. West Coast Twist Español. Okay, I'll reveal why I asked that on my next stream. You'll have to be there to find out. LOL. I'd love to join you, bro. Let me know when you're going live next, dude. You got to connect with me on Facebook, bro, so you can message me a few hours in advance and let me know when you're going live so I can join you, bro. I typically can't get on. Like, if somebody goes live on the fly, I typically just can't pop on because I'm doing things for 2 channels plus working on stuff with my lady and other things. So if you give me at least a couple, 2-3 hours notice, even an hour in some cases, I can make something. Respectfully, maturely, professionally. Hashtag autism mom. It is a difficult process, but if it is really toxic, the best is to separate and fight for your babies. Good point, baby. West Coast Español. Eli, do these trolls take bits and pieces of your channel and life to create a real lifelike profile to troll you? I'm not quite sure what you mean about that, bro, or mean by that. No, dude. Look, everything that has been done to me for the last several years and many other people was done for entertainment purposes. And that's all. It was done to create entertainment purposes, like an entertainment company would, create a piece of content for mainstream TV, except this is for YouTube. That's all it is. So, these people that do this type of content, they either don't have any other content to create, or if they do have other content to create, their content they create is not getting them the traction that this is getting them, because they're not willing to put in the time and effort to grow something real and sustainable, because the drama will just take off right away. The thing is, it's not sustainable very long term. And quite frankly, has a limited, revenue stream and, limited shelf life. I did message you. You never responded. You know what? I got to go check my spam folder, bro. Then don't remove the request. I'll go do it later this evening. All right? I will do it, bro. I'm sorry about that. I just haven't had a chance to look. My fiber line went out last week, and I had some other things to deal with. My lady wasn't feeling too well. Just a lot of stuff, man. So sorry about that. Means exactly how it reads. If you don't mind me asking, did you and Maturely meet online or offline? You must have missed all the times I talked about it. Her and I met on Match.com. Nothing wrong with meeting people through a dating app. It's probably one of the best ways to meet people. You can filter people out easier, right? And you also know if somebody's single or not, or at least from what they're saying, right? But we met on Match.com. I sent her a message, and she got back to me. And we talked on the phone, I think that night. She got, and then we met the next night after she got off work, and the rest is history. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, bro. Like, what a lot of guys don't get nowadays is that women are either going to feel it for you 100% or zero. Romantically, that is. Now, women can be nice to you and say you're a nice guy and all that, right? But when it comes to a romantic relationship that involves sex and all that, women are either into you 100% or zero. There's no in between. There's no, I kind of think he's cute and this and that. Because there are too many options nowadays, right? Too many options, especially more so for women because of the thirsty beta males. That's what it is. So, but yeah, we met, we hit it off, and the rest is history. Like, it's as simple as that. Nowadays, you guys just meet. You just got to meet with women, and they're either going to be into you all the way or not into you at all. And keep trying until you find one that's into you. And if you're into them too, then go for it. But yeah, we met online on Match.com. There's an AT&T truck over there and a plumber truck and all that. And they're all asking for, like, where's the address? I guess they're all confused on how to get into this building here. I wonder if they have fiber internet here. They probably do. They probably did get fiber over here. Okay, got it. Says West Coast 206 Pinoy. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally, as well as getting to know people out of your town. That's true. That's true. Pretty much the last 4 women I've dated, including you, babe, lived at least 50 minutes away, up to an hour and a half. So what's been cool about dating women out of my area is that I've gotten to do some driving, and I've gotten to explore all aspects of the San Francisco Bay Area. God, some people just don't pay attention. This car over here is really just not even paying attention. West Coast 206 Pinoy. Me personally, I'd rather meet women at real life social events so I can make real life eye contact. Well, that's fine. I mean, I would still talk with women and people in the real world too. I'm just saying that, if you're looking for something specific, if you're looking for a good woman for a good relationship, and you put a dating profile out there on top of talking with people in person, you just increase your chances of finding what you're looking for. But I get where you're going with that. Like, the online world doesn't bother me. I've learned how to handle it. I've been online for over 30 years, even back in the dial-up days. So, it doesn't faze me. It's no different to me. I would get the woman on the phone like I got my lady on the phone. If that conversation went well, we meet up, that night or the next night at the latest. And then if that works, we start seeing each other. That's it. That's it. Online, there's a lot of trolling and mentally ill women, at least from my experience. There are. There are also a lot of woke women, very woke women, right? Extreme far left women, right? And even though I'm a slight left liberal, I'm not an extremist on the left, right? So for me, like, I would stay away from the woke women. I would stay away from the women that were like activists and stuff, because like all those women, all they want to do is like flex their muscles about their liberty. And like I'm not going to date a woman like that. I respect a woman that's liberated and all that, right? But I don't want to make it the highlight of the relationship, right? You want to find women that are not woke, that are, laid back and down to earth and easy to get along with and stuff like that, right? You don't want a woman that's going to constantly be in your face. You want a woman like my lady. Now, my lady has her moments because she's been hurt and she's got some trauma. But at the end of the day, my lady's a very sweet woman. She just is a sweet woman. She really is. And when she's not, I give her space and, let it all out. And then she comes back to being sweet again, and I'm right next to her, right? That's what sealed the deal, was our eye connection. You're right, babe, because I'm amazing. Well, that's some great confidence there, babe. West Coast 26 Pinoy. For example, I met my son's mother at a bowling alley, and we were together for 6.5 years. Well, congratulations, dude. It can happen anywhere, bro. Like, online or offline, people are people. The same people that are, online are offline. It's just some of them play games. And also, here's the thing, dude. Don't use sites like Tinder or any of those hookup sites, because they only work for like the top 20% of men that are super hot men, right? The two best sites to actually, find a good woman nowadays, number one is Match.com. Number two is Hinge. Number three, I'd say probably maybe possibly Bumble. But there are a lot of games on, back in the days when I used to use them before I met my lady, there are a lot of games on Bumble and even some on Hinge. But not as much as there are on, Tinder and the other hookup sites, right? And Match.com has the fewest amount of games because everyone has to pay on Match. Like, there's no free aspect of Match. Match, when I was using it, right up until where I met my lady, I believe they were starting to give some, freebies on it. But still, for the most part, I believe to this day it's a 100% paid app for men and women. So that's the best place to go. Maybe where you're going online is those other apps like Tinder and stuff like that. I'm not a big Tinder fan. Never have been. I feel there are more male trolls. There's a combination of both, babe. Like, the men are just, a lot of men out there are just trying to play games to get laid. They'll say whatever it takes to get laid. And they don't really understand what attracts women. So, I call those creepers, baby. Maybe you're talking about, creeps and shit like that. But there are also women out there just trying to scam you out of money, or there are people pretending to be women that are men in another country, trying to say, oh, I'm stuck out here in Nigeria, and I need the sum of 2,000, blah blah blah, to get back to the States. Then we can be together. It's like, it's the oldest scam in the book. 20% men. That's a lot of BS. I have a lot of friends who are losers and score hot women. Yeah, dude, because your friends have game, right? What I'm saying is that on Tinder, for the most part, the top 20% of men will get, the women, the hot women. And then there are exceptions to every rule, such as, average guys like you and myself that, that know how to talk with women. We've got game. And when I say game, I don't mean playing a game just to try to use a woman. I'm saying you have to have game to pick up a woman, even if you're doing it for the right reason, right? So if you're an average-looking guy with a good enough game, at times you're going to be able to get some hot women, but not all the time. And the hot guys will always get the hot women because that hot attracts hot, like attracts like. But there's always an exception to every rule. But anyway, folks, I got to get on out of here. Leaving 5 in the box, 14 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Share this out. My lady's talking about incels. Okay. Well, I got to wrap this up. Go home and eat, and probably even do a stream from the studio later tonight. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.